Good evening, boys and girls. Welcome. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Hello. Right, I have one task today. One task and one task only. That is very simple. A, obviously we need to sell a few things, of course, that's a given. Our mailbox is not looking very juicy today. We've been expecting at least 500,000 in sales a day, so we need to bump this some. But secondly, the thing I do really want to do, is get my legendary power for my hunter, which means I'm going to have to run a few dungeons on as many difficulties as I can possibly do. But you know, maintenance first and foremost. But how is everybody? Is everybody good? Is everybody good? Selling tons of massive mysteries, but had a Darwin tank the haste down 200 below cost. Yeah, the issue with missives in general, at least from what I've seen, is that most people's cost is very different. You are naturally going to run into those players that don't think about the actual value of the herbs when they craft the missives, or when they mill to make the inks to make the missives, you know what I mean. But they go by the theory of, well, yeah, I farmed the herbs, so they were free, right? And so by the time that they've milled those herbs, turned those herbs into inks, and then turned those inks into missives, they've got no other option left to them at that point but to just sell them for whatever they can sell them for. Because of course you can't go backwards. Once you've milled a herb and turned it into an ink and made it into a missive, you can't reverse the cycle. So yeah, you are likely to find a lot of people that will do that. I've resorted now to just flipping missives. I've given up actually trying to craft them profitably. I just know what the crafting cost is of most of them, or at least roughly what I think the crafting cost is of most of them. I have a good idea of what they'll sell for in my realm, and I just will buy a few when I see the opportunity arise to buy a bunch cheap. If you can push the price up by a couple of 100 gold by buying 10, 20, 30 of them out, then I will tend to do that. I bought a whole bunch of the crit and the mastery ones earlier today for a nice cheeky low price. So as you can tell by my sales, I am actually just reverting to flipping right now. As with so many people willing to sell things under crafting cost, it makes it very difficult to craft. So about 1200 gold for missives. But this is the problem, your craft cost is 1200 gold for missives, but don't forget, each missive has its own very distinct value, because some missives use a lot more luminous ink and some missives use a lot more umbral ink. The ones that use umbral ink are naturally going to be more valuable because the umbral ink is, in theory at least, more valuable. Although I don't necessarily agree with that, but it's a byproduct of the fact that there was a lot more umbral inks acquired by people when it came to milling things like, what are the two herbs called? Rising Glory. Yeah, Rising Glory. I think Rising Glory is the one that is the main culprit for providing way more luminous inks than people need. Almost fully reset the hide market today for 1 million, but talked myself out of it. Stupid risk. I'm glad you talked yourself out of that. Dropping 1 million gold on a material to reset a market is very risky, because you genuinely just don't know how many people are there ready and waiting to post a bunch when they see the price go up. Area 52, only the haste was worth crafting from scratch. The haste one's the cheap one though. The haste one uses 6 luminous inks. It's not the cheapest. I want to say it's the critical strike one that is technically the cheapest, but it's quite simple. Right now I'm able to, as long as I keep my missives at the cheapest price, I can pretty much sell them almost instantly, at least a couple of them at a time. Let's get these undercuts out of the way. it's interesting that I'm actually finding a lot of items just sitting on. It's already becoming apparent to me that less and less people are willing to sit at the auction house and cancel, scan, repost. Because I'm already noticing that I'm just genuinely not actually having to cancel as much on a regular basis. Some people are getting bored. So I'm new to trying to make gold in WoW. Are there any good beginner guides resources that I could check out? Realistically, right now it's pretty straightforward to get up and running. I would just spend as much time as you're willing to spend gathering herbs and mining right now. Quite simply, the amount of gold that can be made very quickly and easily from doing that is ludicrous. Once you've got a nice nest egg to sit on, my recommendation is 1,000,000 gold. Do what you need to do farming wise to get that first 1,000,000 gold. Once you've got a nice nest egg of about 1,000,000 gold, you can pretty much pick up whichever profession you want and start to make some reasonable gold with it. Now, you can arguably do it with a lot less than 1,000,000 gold, but you're going to have to take it a lot slower. So, based upon the fact that gold right now from farming is just ludicrously easy to get, it's a good way of getting that first bunch of gold. Now, you may notice I'm sat here with way less than 1,000,000 gold, but my inventory and stock that I have far outweighs this. I don't really worry too much about keeping my liquid gold balance high. As you can see, I'm also sat here with like way over 1,000 enchanted lithium bars just ready to sell, and a whole bunch of legendaries already crafted and all sorts of stuff. So, not to mention there's probably about 1,000,000, nearly 2,000,000 gold worth of things just on the auction house right now. So, but if you are literally starting and you're building your inventory and you're building that liquid gold amount, farming is a really good way to get going. But don't get stuck in the habit of doing farming forever. Unless, of course, you just really enjoy doing it. If you enjoy doing it, fine, all fair play. But most people tend not to enjoy just running around picking up herbs and mining. If that's the case, then make a bunch of gold from doing it, because it's easy to do right now, and then look at what you can use that gold for in a certain profession, or use that gold to sort of buy a few items off the auction house and try and sell them for more. You can start flipping, but start small. Don't invest too much gold the first time. You'll be good. Almost all my competition is stopped, at least for now. It's frustrating that the game is whoever manages frustration of reposting best wins. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, babysitting the auction house is not that much different to farming. True. But us has also been... Christopher, thanks for the sub. Welcome. As has also been proven that if you do it for a little bit, a lot of your competition get bored, and then all of a sudden you see a flood of sales come your way. So if you're trying to aggravate somebody out of a repost battle, post one at a time, like every minute. So instead of posting your whole stack and cancelling, well, that's also a very, very good way to tank the price on a market, though, arguably. But yeah, if you're only focusing on literally a couple of items, you can do that. You can just switch up how many you sell, and instead of posting like I'm doing now, a stack of 100 heavy callous hides at a time, or 200 is what I'm actually posting at a time. You could very easily just post one, constantly keeping your items at the front of the queue without actually cancelling. Draenor market is crashed right now. All the legs selling undercraft cost only leatherworking rank 3 and 4 is profitable, and they're not selling. Some leatherworking rank 3s are not worth it too. I mean, I don't really know what to say. All I do know, though, is Draenor is one of the largest population servers. Might just be the issue that you have on a large server. But one thing I do always say is there is a limit to how long people are willing to sell things for under cost until they give up. When the people give up, we got to remember that how's the best way of describing this? The legendary crafting initial sales window is not a 1, 2, 3 day window. It's a 4-week window. We are still technically in the first week of that. People really can only use rank 1 legendaries right now, which arguably means the demand for rank 2s, 3s and 4s is not even there. Yes, people can craft them, and yes, people can sell them, but the demand isn't there. We're still in the first week, and it was always going to be the case that the first week was going to be the most difficult, at least in my opinion, because the first week is where anybody has a chance of crafting these legendaries and trying to sell them. Next week, when the demand switches to rank 2s, it'll be rank 2s and rank 1s. The demand for rank 1s is never going to go away, but it just means we also get the demand for rank 2s, people looking to upgrade. The difficulty will then be, for most people, is that if they want to sell rank 2s, they're going to need to have already crafted and hopefully sold 15 rank 1s to even unlock the ability to make it. Which will mean next week there'll be physically less people that have the ability to craft the ranked. Literally, as I say that, I sell a rank 2. There'll be physically less people even able to make those items, which in turn should mean that prices are more profitable on the rank 2s. And then the week after that, it's even more extreme than that people are going to have crafted at least 15 rank 2s, and it's like the difficulty for people to even be able to craft those items in the first place increases. And many people, soon as the raid turns up, soon as Mythic Plus turns up, their interest in sitting at the auction house selling things will completely disappear. Those guys will all be off in the raid, those guys will all be off running Mythic Plus, and while they're doing that, it's very difficult for them to also be camping the auction house on trying to sell legendaries. So we always knew rank 1 was going to be difficult, but if you can power through rank 1 and unlock a bunch of rank 2s so that you've got a few good things to sell next week, we may have a better time of it next week. Spent 1.6 million and then made 1.6 million leveling 5 leatherworking slots to rank 2, but at least I'm ready with 5 slots. Yeah, that's the thing, like being ready with at least 5 items that you're able to craft whenever you need them. So those 5 items you can always keep up on the auction house, and for anybody that needs one of those 5 items at rank 2, you're there to sell it to them. There's not going to be anywhere near as many people who are there and ready to sell that same item as there was for the equivalent rank 1 item this week. If you look up virtually any rank 1 item, let's just pick the Shadowgas Gauntlets, I have no idea why, just because, and see just how many different names there are selling the item at rank 1. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different people trying to sell the rank 1 right now. 14 different people, and these people are choosing not to post just one of them, but they're choosing to post multiple of them. So 14 people are trying to sell Shadowgas Gauntlets at rank 1 right now. Let's take a look at rank 2, and this is just my realm, and my realm's not even a high population. Right, let's look at the amount of people that are trying to sell rank 2 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So only 6 people compared to 14 even have the ability to craft a rank 2 right now. That is way less competition instantly. And if you look, a rank 1 is realistically 6,500 gold crafting cost on my realm. And they're selling for like 4,500, 5,000, way below what they should be. Way below what they should be. But rank 2s are profitable because there's way less people fighting for sales. And when the demand is there as well, it should be a better time. Should be a better time. But like I said, your server is going to differ, and it also depends which rank 2s you've got access to. Having all of the rank 2s available is going to cost you millions, and you'll never make that gold back. You just got to be in the right place at the right time with the right items. Almost finished rank 4 all legs right now, but only 10 or 15 legs is... Hang on, but only 10 or 15 legs is profitable even at rank 4. Because leather price is dropping, probably everybody is scaring and dumping on the auction house. Well, people are now getting to the point where they are just genuinely bored of trying to sell these items. They crafted 15 of a single item, thinking that it would sell like hotcakes. And then they very quickly realised that, well, everybody else also crafted 15 of that item, and they're not selling like hotcakes, because the only way you can get them to sell like hotcakes is if you literally camp the auction house all day and make sure yours is the first one in the queue all the time. Which means that people who have tried to post them for a few days are just bored, and that's when people do stupid things. That's when people dump 15 on the auction house at once at a huge undercut, just because they just want as much gold back from them as they can get at that point. This is why rank 1s are always going to be a shit show. Always going to be a shit show. Rank 2 demand isn't there yet though. True. But when it is, and there's only a few people who are able to craft it, those crafters are going to have a much better time, A, selling their items, because there'll be less people they're competing against, and B, hopefully those items will also then sell at a nice profit, because it's a supply and demand game. I wish people understood if they didn't flood the market with their stock, goblins might actually buy a few of their posts. True, this is it. I would happily buy 1 or 2 out if it meant that I could reset the price on the market. Sure, absolutely, no problem whatsoever. But what I'm not doing is buying 15 off you at a time. A, because I don't want to, and B, because then I don't want to then have to try and sell all of your stock. This is why I had pretty big concerns with you needing to craft so many of a single item to rank up. When it was like 10, 5, 5, like it was kind of better. I would rather each legendary cost twice as many materials, but you only had to craft like half as many of them. That would make this flood of unnecessary amounts of items so much more easy to handle, but Blizzard decided that 15 was the number that they wanted to go with, so. What did we sell? What did we sell? We sold Umberhide Arm Guards and Shadowguest Pauldrons. I need to recraft some of these, don't I? Umberhide Arm Guards. Umberhide Arm Guards, rank 2. Create. Let's get our dudes on some missions before I forget. Yep, that one, sure, excellent. You can go there. You've got more health, you need some assistance. Sure, that'll do. It's overkill, but whatever. You can go, what's this one? Judges his opponents wanting, dealing 72 frost damage to him and all enemies in a cone in front of him. That hits all 3 if we put him there. And then you can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you can go there. That should be an easy win. These ones, I'm unlikely to be able to complete them. Uh, 390. Ooh, we've not got as much health, but we might win that. We'll see. Oh, they've got a healer though. Ah, whatever. We'll give it a go. Do you think Dark Moon Trinket will survive past tomorrow? Depends how the raid goes. I can't see why it wouldn't. I can't see why it wouldn't, simply because, like I said, there's every single, or a big chunk of the population of this game right now is just still waiting for their content to come out. Most people fall into the category of either a Mythic Pluser or a Raider, or they're just a random casual dude. There's a lot of people that are just with nothing feasibly for them to do right now. They're running dungeons, they're doing a few world quests, but they're realistically taking a lot of time to do farming, and maybe even sit and craft Dark Moon cards and make inks all day, because there's not actually a great lot more for them to be doing. Maybe a whole bunch of those people will stop doing what they're doing, leaving the market more to the people that do actually long-term enjoy some goblinry activities, potentially. Additionally, and a 200 item level trinket is still going to be a good trinket. I mean, what's the default item level of the raid stuff? Normal mode is, what is it? Normal mode's item level 200. So arguably the market for Dark Moon cards will probably still be here for the first patch in its entirety. Oh, you can't even see half of that. I forgot I'm still on big cam mode, aren't I? By the way, I like the new camera look. It's really good. I appreciate it. I generally have this in big screen for when we're doing a talk or we're doing some auction house stuff. Normally, I want it down here because then it hides the chat. So I know you've just said you really like the new camera, but it's back to the old one for now. $200 trinkets will still be what? This is good. This is the good thing about the Dark Moon trinkets, that in comparison to what you ding 60 in, they're really high item level. You got to remember, you ding 60 at item level like 130, 135, to literally go straight to the auction house and buy an item level 200 trinket. That is massive. If you're unlucky with leveling, you may still have like item level 111 trinkets or something like that, for example, which means you're virtually doubling the item level on that one item slot instantly just by buying it from the auction house. That alone will mean that as long as they're not stupid expensive, which they won't because they'll arguably come down in price. I mean, 10, 15, 20k for a trinket like that when you first ding 60, easy game all the way till at least the first patch, I'd say. I imagine the play would be buy a full set of 151 gear if you're cheap, or 168 gear if you're less cheap, with then a 200 trinket, and you can get straight into content. This is it. If you buy a full set of 168 gear and a 200 item level trinket, you can step straight into heroic dungeons, instantly into heroic dungeons. You probably, I don't know what the item level is going to be to do LFR, but that's going to be a big thing for people, because LFR I think is 183, I want to say, maybe, I don't know. For alts, that's the way that they play. Alts and casual players that don't necessarily do much high-end or super endgame content, that is what they'll do. BFA Darkmoon trinkets were still selling as recently as a few weeks ago. Yeah, they will do. I mean, item level 350 BOEs were still selling, because when you first ding, well, what was 120 then, it was still an upgrade for you. And an upgrade will always be an upgrade. And if it's not too expensive for you, then you'll buy it, kind of thing. Maybe 190 because M0s are 184. I'm not sure. Raid Finder, pick a boss. 187. 187 appears to be what Raid Finder will be. So yeah, an item level 200 trinket. 200 item level trinket will be better than Raid Finder gear. It will be on par with normal mode gear. Darkmoon trinkets will easily sell till at least 9.1, maybe even further. Regardless of whether they're even any good. They'll sell just because they're high item level. And to a fresh character, they're an upgrade. What would happen if you can upgrade them with some new crafter's marks later, maybe? Well, you're not going to be able to upgrade the Darkmoon trinkets because they come. You don't craft a Darkmoon trinket. You combine it by the 8 cards. So that is unfortunately not going to be a thing. Other gear, other leveling gear, will fall into that category. What was the plate item that we sold that I was meant to be recrafting? We sold, what did we sell? Shadowgas Pauldrons, rank 1. Oh, I might actually still have some of these. Shadowgas Pauldrons, rank 1. Oh, I still have a spare set of those. Well, I don't actually need to craft them then. Yeah, I think the Darkmoon trinkets will still be a good seller. Very nervous about tomorrow. Hope I don't lose a ton of gold. Still learning how to goblin. I mean, right now it's kind of the only way you're going to lose a lot of gold is if you do something stupid. Honest answer. If you make a stupidly high investment, that's an uneducated investment, then maybe you'll lose a ton of gold. But if you're just crafting a few items and selling them, it's very different. It's a very different game. So I can't imagine you'd do too much wrong. Let's check my missives. I think I've been undercut on some of these. Did somebody do a reset on the versatility ones? No, somebody posted 74. Somebody posted 74 of these at 100 gold undercut to what the market already is. The problem is though, if I buy them and then resell them, 100 gold profit on either one, 100 gold profit is not enough because I'm going to lose 75 gold just in the auction house cut. So unfortunately, I'm not going to buy those out. Critical strike, somebody's come in and dumped a whole load under mine, so let's just cancel those and relist them. Haste, same situation, somebody's come in and dumped a load of them. Mastery, no surprises again, somebody's done the same. Is your cheat sheet for everybody? Yeah, just do ! cheat. got a ton of alchemy armor kits and cooking stock ready to go for Wednesday. Preparation is always wise, because you know full well that for us in the EU on Wednesday, the reset will turn up, and it's literally 10 minutes before people go into the raid to where they'll think about, oh shit, I need some potions, or oh crap, I need my flasks, or and then they'll just go to the auction house, or they'll hop on their longboy, or they'll use their guild's longboy, and they'll just jump straight on, and that will be it. Most people don't prepare. Most people react to what is happening around them at that very moment. Oh, I saw that we sold some enchanted heavy callous hide, and I was hoping for like a big sale, but no, it was literally one of them. Does that mean that we're being undercut on them somewhere? Probably. Yeah, somebody's gone and dumped a whole load under our price. Sure, okay. Cancel those then. What about the enchanted Elythium bars? We've been undercut on those as well. Cancel those then. In fact, we'd probably better do a full cancel scan. Oh, that reminds me, I need to level alchemy today. Yes, I need to do the exact same. I also need to level alchemy today. Because if I wait until luckily for me, I can probably level it tomorrow, before the herbs go too up in price. But I would imagine your herb prices will start to spike in the next few days, as people start to buy them out in mass to be able to make potions and flasks with. Nice part about having rank 4s is that you only need to get 1 to 2 sales a day and you've banked 100k profit easy. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's definitely a nice thing about having those. The fact that WoW thinks I sold a T2 for 150k whenever I sell a T1 version for 8k is giving me serious anxiety. That's Trade Skill Master that's going to tell you that. Weapon Oil and Phantom Fire have been pleasantly good surprises for you so far. Yeah, I should really get on board with crafting some of that stuff. Oh, we sold 4 enchanted heavy callous hide that time. It's getting better. It's getting better. Right, we've got everything on the auction house now. Let's leave that 20 minutes, half an hour. Let's get a dungeon done. Your cheat sheet section on disenchanting says desolate leather braces. Which item did you mean here? Whichever of the basic green braces that use desolate leather. I couldn't remember what they were actually called. Did I still leave that there? I don't know. If you look through leatherworking, find the leatherworking item that uses desolate leather and is also braces, and it'll be that one. 400 gold profit on Phantom Fire today, which has been a 3x profit. That's pretty cool. Would you suggest investing in alchemy? No, not really. Honest answer. You're going to have better luck. You're going to have better luck with potions and flasks by literally buying them when they're cheap and flipping them when they're not cheap, than you probably will by crafting them. Is my long-term honest opinion. Simply because there's just no barrier to entry. Exactly what we've seen with Dark Moon cards. Exactly what we've seen with basic enchants, exactly what we've seen with rank 1 legendaries, When there's no barrier to entry, you'll have a lot of competition. And on an item where you're literally going, for starters, you're going to want to sell it in bulk, but you make theoretically very small profits on each potion that you sell. You just hope to sell a lot of them. That's the general strategy. The problem is with as soon as people start undercutting, all of a sudden that profit is gone. So actually crafting with alchemy is, I mean, I'll level my alchemist so I've got it, but I'm not necessarily expecting to be buying herbs, selling. I'm probably not going to be buying the herbs to craft the potions, to sell the potions. I'll probably just buy a bunch of potions early in the day and then sell them later in the day for more than it cost me to buy them. I probably won't worry about the craft costs too much, because when everybody starts trying to post them under that price, it means I can buy the absolute cheapest ones that are way under cost and bring them up to just under cost price, and then I can still sell them all day long at that price. The flipping market is where you'll make gold with potions in flasks, I think. I don't think there's much profit in crafting them. We sold a Shadowgast Helm for 8,000 gold. Yippee-ki-yay, rank 1. Shadowgast Helm. Just made 20 to 30k profit off those ribs somebody recommended yesterday. Ribs and the creepy crawler meat. I was going to do a video today on what to get ready and stockpile for, but I genuinely just didn't have time. Creepy crawler meat is kind of difficult to get your hands on. The ribs are pretty difficult to farm. What else is there? Widow Bloom is only going to see a further increase in price. There's a few things that will be worthwhile. What did I say? Shadowgast Helm? Was it Helm? Shadowgast Helm, rank 1. Do I have more of them? Oh, I actually have more of them. Oh, well, I don't need to recraft it. Fine. Fine. Oh, no, stop. Back. What was the point on logging this character on then? There wasn't. Do you recommend the herbalist to... Yeah, I mean, if you want to make gold right now, herbalism is going to be a good one for you. That's been my approach since the hotfix. I buy stuff overnight, wait for the price to jump up during the day, and then list for a profit later on. Yeah. This is the advantage of making that gold work for you. With no barrier to entry on many crafts, it is naturally more difficult to make profit with crafting professions. Right, what's the dungeon where I get my legendary power from? It's this one, Mists of Tyrannus Scythe. It's the first dude, I think, if I remember right. Boom, Memory of Soulforge Embers. This is what I need to do. Specific dungeon, Mists of Tyrannus Scythe. Go. Oh, did I pick up the callings? What are my callings today? What are the callings then? We got 12 hours to kill 3 rare or special encounter bosses. Where though? Oh, storm the moor. We've got to go to the moor. We've got to kill things in the moor. Oh, but it is an epic. It's an epic tribute. Maybe we should actually do that then. Maybe we should do that. Where's my Hearthstone at? Yeah, Soulforged Embers. The BM Hunter's dream right now. making a killing at the start before item prices started dipping below crafting costs. Then people started tanking it on this server, and there's hardly any gold in crafting. Yeah, I knew full well, even before we got into the before the expansion even launched, because I spent so much time looking at professions on the beta. I kind of knew that actually making gold with crafting professions was going to be, oh Jesus, we got the dungeon queue really quick. It was going to be really difficult, and a very short-lived thing. I thought we would probably make gold with professions for the first patch. I didn't realise it was going to be as short a time as like literally the first week. we had prices reset to, we had prices going for less than, literally less than vendor shuffle prices on day one of the expansion. Madness. Right, I've got to turn off the music for this. Concentrate mode. Who's the tank? Let's move this out of the way. Who's our tank? I can't remember if I've been here before. Set focus on you. I don't like our raid frames looking like this. They need to be bigger. Bigger. No, interface. Raid profiles. Frame width, frame height. Bigger. All the bigness. Can we move them somewhere? Unlock. Put that back there. Let's put these. I don't know. Maybe that's a bit big. That'll do. That'll do. And then we can stick them there. Okay. I don't really want that. I don't really want that either, to be honest. Go. No, I don't like them there either. Oh well. We'll see. Concentrate mode now. Concentrate mode. Things a bit loud. Oh no, that's the sound of an auction selling in the background. Oh no, that's the sound of lots of auctions selling in the background. Can't be doing with this. I don't really know where I want that. That'll do for now. Why is my mouse over macro not working for the tank? Maybe it was out of range. Yeah, this is tidy plates, yeah. I also changed some of my my talents, which is confusing me. I think it's the first boss in here, right? I think it's the first boss I need to be killing in here. Oh my god, we're making loads of sales and I can't look. Adam, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Have you got a new add-on downloader? I'm just using the CurseForge one right now, but I'm also aware that that's probably not actually sensible. Because aren't they going into maintenance or something? Or maybe they're already in maintenance. I can't remember. Weak. I repost while I'm healing mythics. Oh, I'm sure you do. Oh, hang on. Yeah. I've changed my key bindings and talents. I'm trying to I'm trying to press abilities I don't have anymore. It's muscle memory for you. Let's just hope this doesn't get me kicked. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's literally only a normal dungeon. I'm sure they'll let me off. I genuinely don't know what we're doing here. The easy answer is don't do anything. What are these Hydra seeds about? Somebody tell me what these Hydra seeds are about. WoW Up is the best. I've heard good things about this WoW Up. I mean, as was proven the other day, I genuinely don't care that much for add-ons. I try to keep my add-ons as minimal as humanly possible. So in my opinion, it really doesn't matter to me which ones I use. Oh, this is the dude we need to kill. This is the one that's holding my legendary power. This is why I'm here. And this is probably why this other hunter's here as well. Right, pop off. They're for the mythic achievement. They spawn an ad if you kill for an achievement later on. Oh, okay. Oh, we're selling things and I can't look at it. Amazon sold Curse and is directing everybody to Overwolf, if I remember correctly. Overwolf was associated with TeamSpeak. Ah, okay. Right, come on. Let's get good loot luck. We need this dude to give us what we want. Here we go. What do we reckon? No! God damn son of a. Now, because I'm a gentleman, I will not rage quit out of this. Let's keep going. Here's a challenge for you. No TSM gold making for a week. It's easy. Double level easy. I'll probably make more gold, to be honest, without TSM. Because I'll just go out farming. And then I'll just post it using manual. I don't need TSM to make gold. TSM just makes the process of selling lots of items faster. That's literally all it does. If you know your numbers, you don't even need TSM. So what's the crack with these businesses then? Well, what are these different flower things that are popping up? I'm just going to let people do it. Oops, don't get lost. Okay. So how do we know which way we go? The flower, right? So it's this one. Healer left. Great. Well, I don't get it. Matching signals to a path to nowhere. A flower that's not filled in. Okay, this way then. Stand near one to help. So, oh, okay. This is when you leave. Oh, okay, I see. So this is a flowery dude with a ring around it. Surely that doesn't matter yet. We got to kill these fellas. Look at all 4 and then it's the odd one out. Ah, okay. There are 3 things you have to look for. The symbol, the rings or no rings, filled in or not filled. The odd one out is the one that you go with, okay. That kind of makes sense. I also imagine that in a pickup group, that's somewhat challenging. And if somebody makes a wrong error, does everybody get ported back, or is it just that one person? If you complete this maze out in Ardenweald, you get a mount as well, don't you? We found that on the beta by accident once. That was fun. Filled in with rings around it. Totally different. It's a leaf. Oh, somebody's already figured it out. It was the leaf. Sure. Okay. Okay then. It's important for the next boss. It's his mechanic. Oh. Let's see. It's the one with the leaf again. It's this one. It's this one. Go this way. Oh. What? That was the odd one out. Son of a... Maybe I screwed it for everybody. Oops. It was a leaf with a ring, leaf that's not filled in, leaf by itself. They're all different. They're genuinely all different. I don't know. You said pick the odd one out. Leaf, leaf filled in, leaf. Is it going to be the one that's not a leaf? It's going to be this one? Huh. What a stupid game. What a stupid game. Right, focus now. Rooted? Nah, I think you'll find Hunter. Right, we've got a choice of... what's this one? That's a flower filled in with rings. That's a flower filled in without rings. And that's a leaf with rings. It's got to be this one, right? It's got to be this one. This was the only one that wasn't a flower. Yes, there we go. This dude's got it. This dude's got it. This minigame business, I imagine destroys groups very quickly. Right, surely we've only got like 2 options, right? Leaf with rings on it, flowers without rings on it. Well, how do you... It's a 50-50 then, right? How do you choose when there's only 2 options? Oh, there's a third one. It's this one then. Go this way. Yes! I'm gonna have to get used to this, aren't I? Because I get the feeling. Does anybody know what the drop rate is on these legendary powers? I mean, am I looking to do this dungeon 3 or 4 times, or am I looking to do this dungeon 100 times? That's basically what I'm trying to find out. Lapro, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Leaf, no rings. flower filled in, leaf, ring. So it's flower, right? It's got to be this one. Oh, hang on, there's a fourth one. Oh, what? No, I don't know. Oh, you guys fix it. I got mine in 30 plus runs. Oh, hot damn. They were kind of low, but I think they buffed them. 78 times on normal. I can't be doing this 78 times. I'm going to have to start rage quitting after the first boss I'm going to have to do it 78 times. Ain't got time for this finish the whole dungeon business. That's ridiculous. Not sure, but I saw a blue post says they've increased it based on difficulty. Ah, right, I see. Guessing game. What am I guessing? Genuinely no idea what's going on now. Surely we just kill one, right? This one. Just kill the one. No circle. Got to do the odd one out. Okay. Healer's got it. Healer's got it. Oh, I've got so many auctions popping off in the background. Do we dodge the thing? We dodged the thing, right? Guessing game again. The odd one out. That one. Am I right in assuming that when you do this in like Mythic, you can only see one of them yourself and you have to call it out? Is that a thing? Is it only easy mode because it's normal? Kill the odd one or it explodes? Ouch. Yeah, I imagine this is... odd one out. 2 are filled in, 2 are not filled in, 3 have a ring. That one doesn't have a ring. Go, that one. God, I actually got to think about this. I'm not used to thinking. Boom, easy game. Hey, actually got some shoulders. And they're even an upgrade. They're even an upgrade. We'll take it. Alright, leggy dudes. Come on, do your thing. Everybody can see them. Actual PvE content. Actually playing the game. Actually playing the game. Can we jump down here and not die? I mean, hunter privilege and all, but... skills. Oh, wiggly boys. Kill some wiggly boys. Absolutely need to remember trank shot. What's this? Nature damage inflicted in a 5-yard radius every 2 seconds. Okay. Don't stand next to the dude that's going to poison you. Dude, if you're poisoning everybody, I'm going to... These always give me heavy callus. Do they really? Why is one dude piecing off this way? I'm inclined to follow the tank. Just a hint. What's these guys' level though? They're 60 elites. Maybe that's got something to do with... hang on. I need to put... I end up using trank shot so frequently. What keybind can I put trank shot on? I should put it on 4. But 4's too big of a button for something like trank shot. Maybe I'll just put it on 4 anyway. Let's actually be a proper hunter for once. hang on. I did see in those 10 to 15 dungeons that one of my parties had triple legendary drop. Damn. Look out for the edge. Oh, is there something that knocks you back in here? I can imagine that ends up bad news. Oh, I'd love to, like, AoE pulls like this, I can't wait to get my legendary power. What are the requirements to craft the base legendaries? Do you need a certain quest? Yeah, you need to, firstly, have obviously hit 60. That's numero 1. That's the first thing you need to do. Austin, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Firstly, yeah, you got to hit 60. Got to get 60. Then you need to have maxed out your profession. So 100 out of 100 skill points in your profession. Crucial. Then once you do some of the campaign, you'll end up talking to the rune carver and unlock Torghast and all that sort of jazz. Eventually, once you've done enough of the rune carver's quests, he'll give you one that is to go back to the main Oribos profession trainer, probably where you leveled up your profession in the first place. Once you complete that quest, you'll then be able to pick up the legendary patterns. Do we have to do anything but pew pew this guy? He seems a bit patchworky to me. Ads, what do we do about ads? I mean, if they're going to focus me, I don't care, because I'll just kite them. The ads will fixate, just kill and kite. It's fine. I can kill and kite all day long. It's literally what I'm good at. Do they fixate a certain person? They do. Bingo! Can we get a second piece of loot? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? No, of course it's not. Of course it's not. Easy game. Easy game. Made 1.3 million, now everything is boomed, no profit on anything. What do you suggest? Well, we're about to start like a new season. In terms of like alchemy is going to kick into play, enchanting is going to kick into play, selling gems is going to become a big thing, food buffs is going to be a big thing. Anything that is related to the raid is maybe where you should turn your focus now, if that's the case. Or at least that would be my suggestion. Right, let's queue up for that dungeon again, because, you know, we need to. And in the meantime, let's check what we've been selling. Another Shadowgast Helm. Another Shadowgast Helm. We've sold a few of these today. Do we now have any spare ones of these still? We do still have another spare one. Get a cancel scan on the go. We can put the tunes back on for a while. In your opinion, is it worth farming herbs to craft potions and sell tomorrow, or just sell the herbs tomorrow? Just sell the herbs. Doesn't matter which. It doesn't matter what if you craft with them or not. Just sell the herbs. Only craft the potions if you can sell the potions for more than what you would get by selling the herbs. Otherwise, there's no point. My opinion though on potions and flasks is that they will be under craft cost within about 3.5 seconds of the raid opening, because any man and their dog can craft with alchemy. No, 0 barriers to entry means 0 profits, and the higher the population your server, the worse that will be. Harsh reality, but it's true. Which in blacksmithing is selling the most for you? I want to say I've got a few of them up to rank 2 actually already, without much effort. I will check in a minute, but I want to say probably the helm is 1. I think I've unlocked the helm to rank 2. The legs, the Shadowghast Greaves, I've unlocked to rank 3, and I'm almost at rank 4 on those. They've done very well. Genuinely, the only way to win with alchemy is if you are able to buy your herbs considerably cheaper than the next man. So my recommendation is, if you want to be doing that, you want to be buying your herbs through Trade Chat. You don't want to be buying the herbs off the auction house. You want to buy your herbs off Trade Chat, and you want to get them at a nice cheeky discount because you buy them off Trade Chat. That is the only way you're going to be able to even potentially squeeze some profit out of alchemy. Because with no procs, with no ranks, literally the only requirement for you to be able to craft potions and flasks is that you have an alchemist. So do you mind showing your TSM groups for the legendaries? It's very simple. I've just got a group for each and every item, and then a group for each and every rank within that item. You can see here, plate Legos for example, you've got tier 1, where you've got Shadowghast arm guards, and then I've unlocked rank 1. Tier 2 is the more expensive things, so the Sabatons, the Gauntlets, the Pauldrons, the Waist Guards. You can see in the Pauldrons I've actually unlocked rank 2. Then you've got tier 3 plate legendaries, which are the most expensive ones to make. You've got the breastplate, the helm, the greaves, and you can actually see some of these I've unlocked rank 2 and even rank 3. Interestingly, my groups are actually very different to how they started off, and I haven't actually updated my pay spins, but yeah. How about the operations? I mean, I can talk about the operations, but I don't share them publicly. I'm of the opinion that you need to learn how to make your own operations. Start simple, start with gold values, then once you're comfortable with just gold values, move to something a little bit more automated, and learn how to do that, and so on and so on. For me, my operations for the legendaries are pretty complex, and they're definitely not beginner friendly. I also have, it's not just the operation that does the hard work, and you can see I have a lot of operations for the legendaries. Take plate for example, a rank 1 tier 1 plate. This is what my operation looks like. It is, in simple terms, working out the cost of the item based on the material price of those items, and I then manually adjust the material prices so that this all works. I then have multipliers and custom price sources so that I can modify this price on the fly without having to come in here and change a whole bunch of stuff. My operations are not beginner friendly. Do you think rank 2 prices will go up or down after reset? Depends on demand. Depends how many people have already unlocked them. If there's 20 people on your server that already have got the ability to craft rank 2s, the prices are probably not going to go up. But if you're one of only 2 or 3 people on your realm that have unlocked that recipe, then you're likely to sell a few at a good price. Is there a reason for that? I understand why. There's a good portion of people that I've seen that stream like you, both do and don't share them. Well, the most common thing I've seen is that people will lock their operations behind some sort of paywall. So whether it be like Patreon or like sub-only Discord or whatever the case may be, some people choose to do it that way. I choose just to not give out my operations full stop, because if you don't know what the operation is doing, or how you then don't know how to fix that operation if you need to, you also are then blindly just hoping that it works, which is the worst way to do anything. What I will do long term is I'll put some videos together, or maybe make a mini series of exactly how you can do this. And I would rather teach you how to make those operations so you can go away and customize them and make them yourself, rather than just give you what I use and hope that you know how to use them. And then be pissed off at me because in your eyes they don't work. They work for me, but they probably won't work for most people. How we doing, Woo? Welcome. Operation and profiles need to adapt as the game changes too. So if you don't know how to make them or how they work, you can't adjust them accordingly. Yeah, that's the thing. Like if there's a change to the supply of a material, or something like a vendor shuffle gets nerfed, then you might want to change your operations according to that. If you've just copy pasted some that you found on the internet, you've got no idea what they're doing. And that's kind of quite risky. What's the strangest is that even most rank 4s on my server are being sold at crafting cost. Might be the case. Might be the case. But by the time that people actually get to use rank 4s, maybe a lot of those people will have stopped bothering trying to sell them. So. That will make you better and your expertness in doing them. You might learn a couple of new tricks from comments, and you'll raise your profile big time outside of streaming. Oh, I mean the video side of things. I mean, yeah, I mean it's half the reason I stream on YouTube rather than on Twitch, because yeah, YouTube videos are my discovery. Who else thinks Michael Day needs to refresh his stream? Shoe on head to prove it's live. Yeah, because I wear shoes in the house like a moron. I think that's my favourite word right now. Moron. Let's hope the word moron doesn't get blacklisted like some other words. That's the Brit in you. We don't wear shoes inside. Fool. Barely wear socks inside, no mind shoes. I think Twitch is fine, but if you're on Twitch, you also need to be on YouTube. Oh yeah, I'm very aware of that. Yes. We seem to have slowed down on all of the sales, including missives, meaning that we've probably been undercut on those. Has my dungeon popped yet? Are we still queued? We're still queued. So tempting to do a reset on these because there's just enough here to do a reset. But the fact that I've been watching these for a few hours and these haven't sold really makes me think that the versatility one just doesn't sell. Oh, we sold out of crit ones now. We sold out of crit ones. Or did I just cancel on the crit ones first? Oh, I cancelled on the crit ones first. Fine. Where did my mastery ones go then? Hang on, what's going on here? Missive of mastery. Ah, there we go. Bingo. Bingo. Low-key bullying Americans for wearing shoes inside. Hey, if they want a dirty house, that's up to them. Would be great if you can do some beginner to advanced TSM tutorial series. I like the way you explain everything. It's definitely on my list of to-dos. I have quite a long list of things to do as it stands right now, but I will get to it eventually for sure. Do you have an operation to repost your undercuts for legendaries, I mean? Yeah, my operations are set up so that I can just cancel scan repost, and it doesn't matter which rank it is. It will work. But quite literally for every material, so for cloth, leather, mail, plate, and then jewellery is a kind of an odd one, but there's at least 12 operations I have for each material. And in theory, I could probably do with even more. What's 8 times 4? 32. You could potentially end up with 32 different operations just for like, if you had blacksmithing right now, it wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. If you were a blacksmith, to have 32 different auctioning operations, just for the legendaries. Because in theory, the best way to do it is probably to have one unique operation for each item. But that, in my opinion, is just way too many operations to handle. And at that point, you are going to have a typo and you're going to do something wrong and you're probably not going to see it. Which is why I've categorized them into tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3 based on their crafting cost. You look at my cheat sheet, for example, you'll see that I have tier 1 is braces and capes because they cost the same. Tier 2 is belt, gloves, boots and shoulders because they cost the same. And helm, pants and chest are tier 3 because they all cost the same. So you can just build an operation based on this. But it's a go time. It's a go time. As a leatherworker, I'm going to have 64 very soon. Yeah, exactly. And then as a leatherworker, it's doubling up again. Right, who's our tank this time? Set focus on the tank. Oh my god, people are popping off in here. We got 2 mages that are going ham. How many rank 2s in leatherworking are you at right now? In my opinion, not enough. Not enough. I did something similar for buying operations that buy at 50% of craft costs. Took an absolute age to build and check. Yeah. I'm just really hoping, really hoping that Blizzard don't at any point change the material quantities. Because if they change the material quantities for the legendary items, I'm going to have to go back through all of them and change everything again, which is going to be a real pain. I in essence made about 70 operations on my day off on Sunday. All because TSM Crafting has no idea what the difference between a rank 1, 2, 3 or 4 is. Oh dear God, I disengaged the wrong way. Well, I can hear we're selling things in the background. We're selling lots of things in the background. I'm hoping they're all legendaries. God damn all those stupid missives. Sure, I'll take it. Really hope to see some movement on rank 2s this week. Well, finally there might be some actual demand for rank 2s. I've done pretty well selling rank 2s this week, even though for the most part people can't use them. I still really don't know how I feel about the whole being able to craft and sell items that people can't use. There's part of me that just feels really scummy about doing it, but yeah, I don't really know. Because I genuinely feel as if I'm almost scamming people when I sell them a rank 3 or 4, or even a 2. I think Blizzard made a terrible decision allowing people to, maybe not allowing people to craft them maybe, but definitely allowing people to sell them. Right, now, this dude. Time to drop my legendary power. Need my legendary power. It's kind of pointless because I don't actually even have the soul ash yet because I'm a scrub. But I could at least do with the power in advance. Is somebody time warp here? What's the chance everybody pieces out after this boss? Because I hate to say it, but that's probably what I'm going to do. Oh, I got some in then. I was like, oh, I'll take it though. What was it? It's an upgrade. Right, sorry guys, peace out. You can find a DPS in about 3.5 seconds for this dungeon. It's fine. I'm going to get Deserter buff though, aren't I? Oh, I didn't even get Deserter buff. Huh. Easy game. Queue for it again. Oh, Shadowgast Helm rank 2. See, I told you I could start to feel a bit scammy. But at least with rank 2s, at least this dude can use it on Wednesday. At least he can use it on Wednesday. Managed to get all 4 sellers of T2 plate to agree to hire the price with 10k giving us all profit. I just logged on to find a new guy join the race and slash the price back. Sometimes it doesn't matter how hard you try. The world is against you. Oh dear. Have you done your weekly PvP for the Epic Battleground? Nah. Barely stepped out the auction house, never mind done PvP. Some dude posting rank 2s at 5k profit. when we had 60k profit and it was selling. There's an interesting thought exercise on that one of, well, is he really in the wrong for doing that? Arguably he's not doing, arguably he's not in the wrong for doing it, but I get why it's annoying. Essence of Rebirth more than two times more rare than the rest. The average price. No. Essence of Rebirth is not rarer. It's just more in demand, and it's on average more costly to acquire because you have to prospect Phaedrum ore to solely get Essence of Rebirth. And Essence of Rebirth is one of the 2 essences that is used to make the legendary ring. Now the ring is more valuable to more classes than the neck. So you need Essence of Rebirth and Essence of Torment to make the ring. Torment you can get quite easy because Torment comes from, I want to say, Sinvir ore. And Sinvir ore is pretty cheap on most realms because most people are actually trying to get is it Sinvir ore it comes from? Yeah, most people are actually trying to get Widow Bloom, which comes from Revendreth, because there's not much of it, and in turn they end up with lots of Sinvir ore which they're just dumping on the auction house. Whereas Phaedrum ore is not actually mined as much, and on average is the most expensive of the 4 zone specific ores. Maybe second most expensive, but still. How many crafts do you need from rank 1 to rank 2? 15. 15. You need 150 experience. No, you need 75 experience, sorry, and you get 5 experience per craft. PvP, you're doing it all day long. Auction house PvP? Well, there is that, true. Oh, Shadowgas Pauldrons. Wonder which rank they were. Rank 1. Less than 5k. God damn. Shadowgas Pauldrons rank 1. We've got a spare set, that's fine. Don't need to recraft that then. You playing the EU? Yeah. Is there something new happening with Pallid Bones? Not really. At least if there is, I'm not aware of it. Pallid Bones are in the bin. They just got reset to nearly 7 gold and people are asking for them on trade. Well, people are probably asking for them on trade because they got reset to 7 gold. That's probably why. Nobody wants to pay 7 gold for Pallid Bones. People barely want to pay 2 gold for them. They're basically a byproduct of skinning. There's not really much use for them. They're kind of used in male legendaries, but not in any great quantity. Not in any quantity that's going to be a concern to get them. So. What are we up to now? Nearly 100k in sales in the last hour. Could definitely do better. This number's definitely being propped up by a couple of Enchanted Heavy Callous Hide sales. Right, I'm going to go grab a drink though, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Hopefully, before this dungeon pops. Probably not though. Back in 2. Okay, we're good. We're good. You'll never guess what I found. I found the most outrageous kick-ass donut. Yes, I did. Check that. Check that baby out. Mmm. Yes. Nommy nom. Did this dungeon queue pop? Did I miss it? No. Average time 5 minutes. Timing queue 8 minutes. Perfect sense. Very logical. Donuts, the new Doritos. I'm going to have to put some effort in to choke on a donut, I think. Although I never expected to choke on a Dorito, but you know what I mean. Shadowgast arm guards. Do we have spare ones of these? I don't think we do. Shadowgast arm guards. We don't have spare ones of those. I'm going to need to make some more. After the next dungeon, I think. Oh, 10 enchanted lithium bars as well. You guys should be in on this. I mean, if you're not using these materials to be crafting legendaries, you should just be selling them to the people that are. is my theory on it right now. Gotta squeeze that gold out the legendaries from somewhere. If it's not in selling the actual crafted items, you might as well be selling the materials for other people to craft their items to then try and sell them at a loss. Chat will never let you live the Dorito thing down. No, absolutely not. You do one stupid thing once on... okay, you do one stupid thing maybe twice on stream. Never let it down. Do we have a clip of the Dorito? Here's hoping not. Here's hoping not. All my VODs are live though. I mean, if you want to search back through my through the VODs, go ahead. I'm not going to hunt it down. Oh, choking on a Dorito is far worse than what many people have done. Things on the internet last forever. Exactly. Exactly. Now, excuse me if I turn off the camera to eat this donut because it's likely to go everywhere. Oh no, now you can see chat. That's even worse. Here, have a dog cam. Without a dog. All you pervs who like watching people eat food, you're shit out of luck today. Messy donut is not content. No. This puppy's got jam in it as well, so it's guaranteed to go all over the place. I'm not having that on stream. I mean, you can see the donut though. Ooh, tasty. Mmm, yum yum. I have some self pride. No, Michael. No, you didn't. You are still about 20 minutes behind. Jam and icing. I told you it was a banging donut. You can hear me eating the donut. Am I going to have to mute my microphone as well? Just because you guys are sickos. Am I eating the dog? Do I look Korean? Mmm. There's some good donut. You're missing out here, boys and girls. Here cheering and all I see is the dog cam. Okay, fair enough. I get your point. Deep throating a Claire for a 1,000,000 sub challenge. Well, that's basically get 1,000,000 subs and die, right? How big is this donut? It was massive. That's what she said. Okay, we're good. What we're not good though is we've got sticky donut fingers. Sticky donut fingers sticky donut fingers do not pair up with mouse and keyboard. Hell no. Time to wash hands. Back in 2. Now, whoever said I don't provide excellent stream content? No, I didn't go get another donut. I showed you the pack. There was literally only 2 donuts in it, and you know, the wife had one of them. The donut box is empty. Did I miss this dungeon queue? What I mean, what's going on? This was meant to be like 5 minutes, and it's been 15. It's outrageous. Outrageous. Right, let's, if that's the case then, we're doing cancel scans. You drink Coke after a donut. What else are you meant to drink after a donut? If you're going to end up on a sugar high, you might as well go all the way, right? Min-max that sugar. Min-max that diabetes. Milk and donuts? Nah. Nah, milk's for baby cows to drink, you know? Is every worm quest on the same time on each realm? If it is, there's a 250 animal worm quest up in Moldraxxus. That one will be up, yeah. That one be across the EU. Boom! Enchanted heavy callous hide. Please be a lot of them. 5? It'll do. It'll do. Interestingly, people are obviously buying just as many as they need to craft an item one at a time now. What you really want is the dude that turns up and buys 100 in one go to restock for the day. That's a good customer. Hey, up, missive as well. Is this dungeon gonna do anything anytime soon? I could probably do some more stuff in the moor. It's not really a lot of... I mean, in fact, I need to kill a few... In fact, if I get stuck in the middle of the moor... Yeah, we need to kill some rares or something out here at the very least. Because it's one of our callings, that's what we need to do. We might as well do that while we kill some time. Rare or special encounter bosses slain. So I'm sure we can do some of these. Wrong camera maybe. Oh, we can see the chat intended. No, it's not. I'm on wrong camera mode. It's fine. Oh, okay, sure. That one and not that one. Boom! Fixed. Professional streamer. Right, I guess I randomly just need to run around and find things to kill. Hey up, who spawned? There's a dude down here. That's the dude. Let's go pop off on him. Boom. I think the price of Nightshade and herbs will rise on raid day. Almost certainly. Especially raid day. Like I said, it's going to be very difficult to make profit with things like alchemy. But if you wait until raid day to craft your potions, then you are likely to pay a premium. Because I would almost guarantee that there'll be somebody on your server, at the very least, that will reset the price on a lot of herbs. Somebody with gold will just come in and reset the price, almost for sure. Herbs are already 50k up, 50 gold up in price. Yeah, I mean, some servers may start sooner than others, that's for sure. But I definitely would expect to see a rise in the herb price. We've kind of, in theory, we've kind of had like the price lull now. We're at a point now where things are likely to, a few things at least, are likely to rise for the next week or so. Can I get past this dude without aggroing it? Oh, Bone Shatter Arm Guards, I'll take that one. And a Dungeon Pop, I'll take that instead. Oh, of course, somebody declines. How do I get up there? Oh, I should have gone the other way around, shouldn't I? I need to zoom ahead of this guy if I can. There we go. Oh, typical. You know I'm going to come out of this dungeon and land straight on top of that dude. Set focus, there we go. Stocked up with 700k worth of Nightshade. I'm hoping you bought them at a good price. I'm hoping for your benefit then that they do actually go up considerably. To invest 700k, you must expect some return on that. Because I can't imagine you're going to make more than 10, 20 gold on each one. That sounds like a lot of Nightshade. Right, what do we think? Are we going to get it this time? Or are we going to have to run more dungeons, do you reckon? Surely my streamer privileges should come into play and give me this legendary power nice and quickly. Not that it matters, like I said, because I haven't even got the soul ash to buy the goddamn legendary, even if I want to, but... Nightshades aren't used as intensively in flasks as Anchorweed was, as a percentage of the overall mats required, but I do think they'll go up. Yeah, I genuinely think that Nightshade has sort of dipped in price over the last few days, as a lot of people have been discouraged from even thinking about making Dark Moon cards. So not many people have been like buying a 500 Nightshade at a go kind of thing. That in turn is meant that the price of Nightshade has sort of dipped a little bit over the last few days. But I would imagine that flasks will at least have some impact on the price of it. But I'm still not hopeful for actually making any profit with crafting with alchemy. I'm generally going to just like buy flasks in the morning, sell them in the evening. Flip to win, I think, is going to be my strategy for raid consumables. 2 Dark Moon trinkets have tanked on my server, going for way below crafting cost, but the other 2 are still holding good profit, so just bought individual cards to flip as trinkets. This is usually the way. I mean, even if you think back to BFA, it was literally the profit that you made on the Fathoms deck was allowing you to make a loss on all of the other decks, and that's how that's basically how the game just ended. When the price of the Fathom deck reduced to the point where you weren't actually making enough profit on that even, then it was game over for Dark Moon cards and a lot of people. That's likely to be the case now with the current decks. Once the Veracity deck, either there's too much competition on it or the demand drops for buying the trinkets, it will be game over for Dark Moon cards. There'll always be some place for them for people that craft them, put together the decks and whatever, but they won't be the million gold a day money makers that they have been. But we spoke about the Dark Moon trinkets a fair amount earlier. Genuinely think they'll still have their place for sure. Veracity is one of the ones that tanked. Some idiot crashed the price by 15k in 24 hours. Well, if Veracity's tanked, you're going to find it pretty difficult, to my understanding. But I ignored Dark Moon cards this expansion. Veracity is the best one to reset, so you have stock of the most expensive when you craft. Well, this is it. Like, people are more likely to look at the Veracity one to do flips on and to reset the price on. So, yeah, if you've got some for when the price goes up, then you're in a good spot. Right, come on, dude, drop me my legendary power. Waiting for them to go under 30k, then I'll reset again. Yeah, once you've got a reasonable amount of gold, resetting markets is what probably makes you most gold like long term. Oh, I probably should have used my heroism pet or bloodlust pet or whatever you want to call it, but too late. It's only a normal dungeon. I'm gonna peace out after this boss anyway. You better drop me my legendary power. I do not look forward to having to run this dungeon 700 times just to get it. Oh, sail in the background. Sail in the background. Will this dude die already? Finally. Come on, streamer luck. Streamer privileges. Streamer privileges. Nope. Stupid game. Stupid game. Started to move into jewel crafting and blacksmithing legendaries yesterday. I really was hoping jewel crafting would do better than it has so far. But yeah, I genuinely thought that the materials would be more scarce, but it's unprecedented the amount of materials people seem to just magically find. Died with the Lay Strike Shuffle. Well, that definitely didn't help my case. With Lay Strike being propped up at 12 gold a piece, I was in a pretty good position knowing that I got most of my essences for between 100 and 200 gold a piece. Now that you can just prospect ore and achieve the same, yeah, that definitely didn't help my case. That's for sure. Right, typical, in time to get up here, the rare is not there anymore. What's the add-on for your sales to make them show up like that? My sales won't be showing up like that, they'll be showing up on this character. Incinerator dude, where is he then? There we go, let's kill him. And just regular TSM for reference. I've noticed the player base in general is more willing to go farm heavy than they were at the start of BFA. Prices have fallen faster and harder than they did. I think barrier to entry's definitely got part to play in that. The fact that anybody can level up their profession and be as optimal as anybody else virtually instantly. There was no like delay in waiting for people to get patterns. Like there was nothing, which naturally meant there was way less profit in every item to begin with. And so people almost resorted to having to go get their own materials to artificially make it feel like it was cheaper, even though we've had the discussion previously that farming your own materials doesn't actually make any difference whatsoever. Are you paying for your second account with WoW tokens? Both my accounts are paid for with WoW tokens. I can't remember the last time I took my credit card out to pay for the game. I mean, it's quite literally probably since the day that the game introduced tokens, I've paid for the game with tokens. Can you explain how you pick your covenant? There are 4 of them to choose from. I'm not sure which to pick. For the most part, for 90% of players, it makes not a single drop of difference which one you choose. You genuinely could pick whichever one you want. It really doesn't make a huge difference. Pick which one you think looks the best and which one has the ability that you enjoyed playing with the best whilst leveling. Yeah, unless you plan to raid endgame, which if you're only asking that question now, I imagine that you're probably not planning to raid, or if you are, at least not competitively. Just genuinely pick the one that you like the sound of the most. There's maybe 3 or 4% in it. So, how do you get two hunter pets? It's one of your talents, animal companion. It's the middle talent in the first row. Traded Dark Moon cards with a guy that was actually farming his own mats. That's madness. Why are these dudes not dying? And why am I dying? Can we not do that, please? And I literally have 1% health, but this is a bit ridiculous. Oh, what? I did not want to revive then. I definitely didn't choose that. There must be a rare down here somewhere. How do we get to him? How do we get to him? Oh, there he is. Okay, sure. Is this oh my god, this dude, I'm not entirely sure I can solo. Oh, I probably can. I probably can. Maybe gonna have to kill the ads first, and maybe I can't kill it solo. Oh my god, retreat. Retreat, feign death, get the fuck out of here. I still died! Damn, I'm a terrible player. Oh, I spawned miles away. Spawned on the wrong side of the river. I need to spend an entire day just focusing on gearing up, I think. Every day that I'm not gearing up is just one more day that I have to struggle to kill things. Which is never fun. Never fun. Rank 2 leather gloves are going for the same price as rank 1. Excited for them to be bought out on Wednesday, so I can move in with 15 I have ready to sell. If you think somebody's magically going to buy out 15, I think you're in for a bit of a shock, because that's very unlikely to happen. Oh dear, I'm dead again, aren't I? Yep, terrible player. I need to stop. Need to genuinely stop trying to read chat whilst I play. Oh, this is a dude I could kill anyway. Let's kill him. Is this going to be the third rare? This will be the third rare. I'll go get my go pick up some of my Stygia that I lost. And then we can peace out of the moor. Yoink. Where did my pet go? Oh, you've decided to pull everything. Of course you have. Deja vu, anybody? I'm a hunter. I mean, I literally should be able to solo everything. I think I'm just not paying attention. Once the stock is empty, I can drop a few at a time to restock the market. You're assuming that the stock will. You're assuming that the stock will be empty. I think that's the first thing that worries me. That you believe that the stock will run out. What I've come to learn this expansion is stock never runs out. There will always be somebody there to sell something. Now that people have had a few weeks to craft items with these legendaries, it's going to be, it should hopefully be slightly easier to sell rank 2s, 3s and 4s, but it's still going to be tough. You're still going to have to put in some decent effort to do it. "18-minute average queue time." That time's going up. Too many people have been doing 2x4 farms for gold, materials and BOEs. I was interested to see what some people think about this. As a few people have claimed that they've like stealth nerfed the amount of BOEs that drop. Now I don't do any 2x4 farming to really test that theory, but people have been reporting that they've been getting way less BOE epics just recently. Queue your pets as tank. Hey, 200 IQ there. Sold out stock on some items. That would be a luxury for me right now. I would love some items to sell out. There's a crap ton of gold floating around. There is a lot of gold that's kicking about, but one thing that I was thinking about earlier that is going to make or give people an opportunity to take advantage of that will be the sheer amount of gold that people will be willing to pay for these raid BOEs. When we start to see the first raid BOEs hit the auction house, it'll be fun to see what people think the value of these will be. Anybody posting a raid BOE for less than 100k, I will probably pick it up very, very fast. Because I reckon you'd probably be able to sell in the first week virtually any raid BOE for at least 100k. Almost regardless of what it is. And obviously long term we'll find that there'll be a few raid BOEs that will be more in demand than others, but by 4 PM Tuesday, rings ran out on a couple of mid-pop servers. We need a 10 million gold mount with transmog, repair and an auction house. Blizzard have actively said that they regretted making the Longboy. I mean, I've not got I can't remember the source post for that, but I'm sure somebody will know what it is. But Blizzard, half the reason they removed the Longboy out of the game is because they ultimately regretted putting it in the game in the first place. Not that they regretted putting a really cool looking mount in, but they regretted putting one in that had an auctioneer on it. Because theoretically, at least, or at least the way that they advertise it, is that Blizzard would like the game to be more social, and the Longboy mount just made the game even less social. Because you got to remember that ultimately the Longboy was a really good gold sink. I mean, it's probably only in the single digits of percentage of like overall gold sinkage, but it definitely had an effect on the amount of gold that would leave the game. The auction house by itself, though, probably removes 5 million gold a day, probably even more. In fact, very definitely more. When you think 5% of every sale, 5% of the value of every sale is just gone. Poof, disappears. You sell a 300,000 gold Dark Moon trinket a few days ago. 5% of 300,000, what's that, 15k? Poof, out the game, gone. Every time one of those sold. I imagine at least 5 million gold leaves the game through the auction house most days at the moment. At least. On some big servers, it's probably in the tens of millions of gold that leaves the game. I thought the purpose of the auction house mount was to remove some of the gold from Warlords of Draenor players. While both Warlords of Draenor and Legion were very inflationary expansions, a lot of new gold turned up during those expansions, and so Blizzard wanted a more active way for individual players to dump their gold, which was half the reason they did it. It's why we had the 2 million gold spider mount thing, and then the 5 million gold auction house Longboy. But after BFA and everybody struggling for gold, or at least it felt like everybody was struggling for gold, I guess they didn't feel the need to put in another super duper, although it may happen, 9.1 might turn up and we might get a 25 million gold increase to the gold cap and then a 20 million gold mount. We never know. Bone Shattered Gauntlets, Umberhide Helm. We can recraft those right now. Bone Shattered Gauntlets, Umberhide Helm. Bone Shattered Gauntlets, Umberhide Helm. The median that the average player has is way lower than the mean. I know lots of peeps that are always super poor. Yeah, I don't know what the actual numbers are, but I would imagine the average player in this gold has less than 100. The average player in this game has probably less than 100k gold. I would imagine. Probably the average player has somewhere between 30 to 50,000 gold, and that's probably it. Get those relisted. I don't think they regretted people buying the WoW tokens to get the long boy. Well, no, that's probably true. Crystal's still going for 10.4k. That sounds like a reset price. If you'd have said that this time last week, I'd have probably said, yeah, that sounds about right. But crystal prices have traditionally like halved on most realms. That sounds like somebody's reset the price for them anyway. But who knows? Need a barbershop mount? That's probably not a bad idea actually. Or an appearance one in general, more than just a transmog dude. Yeah. Crystal prices are still higher on yours? Oh, fair enough. Shadowgast Helm. We got a spare one of these. I think with that's actually, we've now sold the last of our Shadowgast Helms. Need to make some more. Crystal volumes peaked Wednesday to Thursday as everybody did their mythics. Running low till reset now though. Oh, probably, yeah, you might be right. Misspeaking gold instead of game. This man has his mind on his money and his money on his mind. Yeah, kind of feels like that sometimes. Oh, it's hot in here. I need some fresh air. Hang on. Open the window. It's about -7 outside, so I'm sure it'll cool this room off pretty quickly. Will you need to buy more missives when upgrading your legendary? No. Once you've bought the missives, yeah, it's done. You genuinely think that Cyberpunk's release might have a supply, a knock-on effect to the supply? That would be interesting, actually. You imagine that if on the 10th, like, our auction house activity halves. When is the 10th? That's really soon, isn't it? It's the 7th today. So Cyberpunk comes out on Thursday. Do we play Cyberpunk for a day? No. I don't think I need another game to get addicted to just before Christmas. This dungeon queue business is against me. First one said 5 minutes average time and it took like 15. This one says 13 minutes average and it's probably going to take 25. Play Cyberpunk on one monitor, camp the auction house on another. Well, that's always an option. That is always an option. I'm still the only one posting rank 4 rings on my server. I can craft at around 50k. What should a target sale price be in your opinion? It depends. I've also been in that position that I've been the only person, or almost the only person. There's like literally one, maybe two other people that have rank 4 rings. Now I'm genuinely, even at like 100k, not actually selling them. This is the thing. You're unlikely to ever really get many sales on things like that. So there's two options here. You either pick a high number and then you double it and you just go sky's the limit. If I sell one, I'm happy. Or you try and bring it down to a price that's a little bit more advantageous for somebody. Basically, you want to try and pick off those people that are thinking about buying a rank 3, but then actually go, well, it's only this much more to get a rank 4. You might want to target those people. But my honest answer, and the most sensible answer, is probably pick a high number and then double it, and then post it for that. And hope that you get that one miracle sale that pays for all of your jewel crafting. I sold one for like 400k. But I've literally only sold one at that miracle high price. But for the most part, it did pay for a lot of the cost that I incurred in getting there in the first place. So I've also heard, yeah, that Cyberpunk is a very intensive game. And my PC's like a good few years old. There's a strong possibility that I won't even be able to maintain 60 FPS in Cyberpunk. And if that's the case, I won't play it. I'd rather just wait till I get a better PC then. God bless my 500k cape sale. Well, this was it, yeah. You only need like one or two of those big legendary sales, and then you're good. Do you use TSM's sniper function yet, or is it too early in the game to play the auction house? It's never too early to play the auction house. I've not really been using sniper all that much though. But yeah, you could potentially be using it now if you wanted. Just be very careful that if it presents something to you, and if it says it looks like a good deal, don't necessarily trust it. Because market prices are all over the place currently. Blindly trusting an add-on is not a sensible move in the first place. But blindly trusting an add-on at the beginning of an expansion when all of the data is wrong is even less sensible. I was confused for a second. I saw actual gameplay. Yeah, most people don't expect actual gameplay on this channel. But it does happen from time to time. I mean, I do actually play the game. What I do tend to do though is focus on making gold when the gold making is good. And then when the gold making is not so good, you don't need to make all the gold, because you've already made it. $5,000 nightshades you need to sell. That's a lot of nightshade, dude. Can somebody interrupt this, please? There we go. Right, apparently it's this dude's first time tanking, so. Is he going in? What's he doing? Misdirected you about an hour ago, dude. What are you doing? Make your mind up. Dude, genuinely? Make your mind up. What? Are we just skipping? Oh dear. I hate it when we just skip. That means if we die, we then can't get back past that pack, because the hex will have worn off. I hate it when people skip in dungeons. Well, not in any old dungeon, but in a pug. It's a terrible idea traditionally. One of the mythic raiding teams in my guild have done the math for their team, and costs for consumables would be 1.2 million a week with current prices. Really? That's ludicrous. What would you need to spend 1.2 million gold a week on for consumable items? How's that even possible? Like, flasks and stuff are just not that expensive. Is that as a whole? That's not each though, right? Divide that by 20 players. Just straight volume of pots, I suppose, maybe. Okay, that makes more sense. 1.2 million a week for the entire raid, I get. That I get. I was concerned that was like each. This is why I don't raid. Because that's ridiculous. Rune variation's crazy. Between 180 gold and 600 gold. Damn. $8k for flasks per raid night, probably around 60k for potions per raid, 3k for oils, 3k for food, 75k goldish a night per raid. Suppose at current prices, that's if you raid twice a week, that's a token a week, isn't it? Really, in cost just to raid. And And that's with token prices being cheap right now. Token a week just to raid, with only 2 nights a week. Raiding's expensive. I guess it starts to get pretty expensive then when you have, if you accidentally invite a Darwin to a raid and like they keep wiping the raid. Oh, we're meant to kill the big guy. Kill the big guy. That's what we're meant to be doing. Focus. Focus now, dude. Focus. Oh, I changed some of my talents around and my rotation feels totally different. I'm not used to this. Right, now pew pew. There we go. Come on, streamer luck time. I need this goddamn legendary power. Stupid game. Stupid game. If we wanted to min-max fully, if bosses are near our gear cap, it would be an additional 180k a week just for augment runes. So say we raid 3 days a week, we'd have to spend 400k gold a week. Yeah, that gets pretty expensive. I understand why a lot of people just choose not to raid. Because with prices like that, it's just mad. Hey, a bunch of undercuts. Oh, we needed to craft a few plate items actually. We should probably do that before we queue for this dungeon. What did we need to craft? We needed Shadowgast Helm maybe? Shadowgast Helm. Shadowgast Pauldrons. Yeah. Helm and Pauldrons. Raid is not gold consuming, it's time consuming. Weirdly, it seems to be more of a case in recent times where actually doing the raid, actually killing the boss, is the least time consuming aspect of raiding. That's how it seems to, that's how it comes across to me as somebody that doesn't actively raid. Shadowgast Helm rank 1. And what was the other one? Shadowgast Pauldrons rank 1. Send those over. It's what drives the market though, so it's fine. Just got to boost a few hours a week. Yeah, I mean this is I imagine how most raid guilds fund their raiding. They once they've cleared it and they've got it on farm, then they just sell a run for 200k gold for somebody. Do a few runs, bring a few random people to your farm runs and give them the odd bit of gear that your guild doesn't need and bankroll it that way, surely. It seems logical to me. 9 minutes on this queue apparently. We should probably go back and turn in our calling. We've got a couple of callings we can turn in now. Got a bunch of quests we need to actually complete. Mythic Plus in the beginning is like 200k a run. And lots of people want in, so it's quite high uptime. Profit per person boosting, that is. Yeah, if somebody wants to get there, it's going to be an interesting one because people are almost more incentivized to buy mythic. Oh no, hang on, because the great, what's the Great Vault thing? The Great Vault thing is you have to do multiple Mythic Plus dungeons, don't you? The more Mythic Plus dungeons, it doesn't matter what, isn't it like 3, then 5, then 10 or something? With the Great Vault now. So actually, just getting that, just paying for like 1 plus 10 or 1 plus 15 boost or something, just to get that cash with the best gear in, is not really viable anymore. You do actually have to run 1, 4 or 7 Mythic Plus dungeons. I suppose you could boost 1 so that you at least then get something in your Mythic Vault, but considering I don't think there's a I don't know. I've not looked into that. One, 4 and 10. That's a lot. Oh, I need to go get a drink. Oh, now, oh, friendly with the Wild Hunt. That's interesting. Bunch of gold. I'll take it. A 1 will do it and you'll just get the same amount of gear as you used to before. Ah, okay, that's how it works. That makes more sense. Oh, big tribute. Epic tribute. Marksman advantage. Hunter's Mark decreases the damage the target deals to you by 3.5%. That sounds mighty boring. I've been really uninspired by the conduit system. Really, really uninspired. I genuinely seem to have no real desire to do anything with this, as none of it really feels as if it's going to make any impact whatsoever. I mean, I might be wrong on that. I might just be looking at it wrong, but I mean, this was arguably the wrong path to take in the first place. Probably should have gone this route and used a finesse conduit just to get this. Your first attack or spell cast on an enemy increases your damage done to it by 10% for 10 seconds. That theoretically is just a flat 10% damage buff for when you're out doing world quests and stuff, because no mob is going to last more than 10 seconds. Maybe I should have gone this route. The whole soulbind thing generally feels so limited now. Yeah, it's a weird one. I've not like, I mean, I saw this change so many times on the beta. It's entirely why I just didn't give a damn about it at the beginning, because it was just changing all the time. I was like, right, I'll just wait till the game goes live and hope they keep it like somewhat normal. But have I got a good finesse one that I could put in here to go this way instead? Because when reduced below 50% health, ooze courses over you, granting you a shield for 15%. That is entirely boring. The fact that if you want your potency conduit, you then have to sacrifice by getting something shit here. Just feels like, well, what's... You got this one. When a trap is triggered, the cooldown of disengage is reduced. Well, that's utterly boring. Successfully interrupting an enemy with countershot grants you 6 focus. Once again, hella boring. Aspect of the cheetah's secondary movement speed lasts an additional 3%, and its cooldown is reduced by 16 seconds. Oh, I genuinely want that just for the more. I might take that just simply to make the more feel more manageable. It takes it from a 3-minute cooldown to a 2-minute 44 cooldown. The way it's made doesn't give people options. No way somebody picks finesse over potency. This is it. This is the very first bit of it, and my entire conundrum is like, well, this is dog shit. This is just dull and boring. But I have to go this route because otherwise I can't take my potency conduit, and the potency is arguably the one that's going to give me my damage boost, and I'm a DPS, you know. But this ability is actually more interesting. This is just a straight 10% damage boost for me. But to get to this, I have to take something that's shit. It's like, well, that's not a choice. It's boring. I mean, technically it is a choice, but it's not a fun one. And in the middle, standing still, you slowly build up stacks of Wanderlust. At 5 stacks, your movement speed is increased. Oh no, see, this one's also very good for the more. You just stand still for a minute, and then you get a 10% movement boost for 2 minutes. But then I have to have an endurance one, which is even more boring. Because they are hella boring. And I'm going to have to take one of those next anyway. So I definitely don't want 2 of them. Right, I'm going this way. We're going to put Cheetah's Vigor in there. Because, you know, 16-second reduction on aspect of the cheetah is better than nothing. And I'm kind of made to feel like it's a meaningful decision, because there's a limited amount of times I can change my decision. And by the time you get all the way down the tree, and then if you want to change your path completely, you're going to burn through these like nobody's business. Just get rid of this. Just get rid of this recharge system. This is not a mobile game. This is an MMO that we pay for. We pay a monthly subscription for. We do not need an energy bar like a mobile game. Maybe I'm ranting. Why not just switch when needed? Yeah, but I don't want to be doing that. I genuinely don't want to be doing that. But if this is not an issue now, but just wait. When we get further into it, if you change your spec to be a more optimal spec, you're going to burn through like 3 of these at a time. Which means if you then go do some PvP, then you want to go run a Mythic Plus, and then go do some raiding in the evening, you're probably going to burn through all of these in one day. Then you're fucked for the week. It's not a mobile game. Get rid of this. We don't need it. There we go. Rant over. So, I get really passionate about things that annoy me in this game. I need to just relax. Calm down. We are average wait time 1 minute for a dungeon. Well, that's a lie. We've been in the queue for 13 minutes now. Average wait time is definitely not a minute. Right, so we need to go do this quest, the Rebellious Souls. This is actually part of the campaign that for, if I remember right, this one's actually part of what we need to do to unlock our, our Abomination Factory. So I want to get that one done. Calm down and eat a donut. Yeah, I probably should. Just chill, man. Do we go here or do we go here? This one actually looks closer, doesn't it? Time to fly, time to rescan. Bought 8 210 breastplates for 3k each. That is cheap. I'll give you that for a fact. That is pretty cheap. Oh, why have we got so little on the auction house? Did I do a cancel scan last time and not repost it? What a donkey. What a donkey. Somebody just reset the lightless on my server, selling for 325 now. Can make a profit of 500% if you can sell a bunch. Sometimes when people reset markets too high, they just crash right back to where they were, because the people buying lightless silk know how much it should cost, and if it all of a sudden is 5x what it usually is, people get very suspicious. People are sus to that. If I can get a couple more dungeons in this evening, I'll be happy. In fact, I'll be happy when I finally get the goddamn legendary power. Let's not beat around the bush with this. What did you miss so far? You missed me running a dungeon multiple times and not getting a legendary power because the game hates me. You missed a bit of PvP, auction house some auction house add-on, auction housing PvP. That's about it so far. It's been a pretty chill evening. I've had a bit of a rant about useless, stupid systems in the game that don't need to be there because this is not a mobile game. That got my blood pressure up. And I'm, surprisingly to many, actually out in the real world. Well, you know, the real Azeroth world. Not the real world. God damn no. Does this look like an IRL stream? How do we get all the way over there without aggroing any of these big dudes? Hello? How do we... Oh, do we have to go this way? We probably do. Oh no, please don't stun us. I cannot believe I've not been dismounted yet. It's a good feeling to be alive once in a while and get the blood boiling. Yeah, sometimes you just need it. Alright, here we go. Abominable Stitch Master. This is the dude. Hang on, anti-mat. Just abandon that for now. We don't need that for now. Let's not confuse ourselves. We need to get down here. Body banks reached. Want to get my abominations on the go. Here we go. Body bank reached. Locate skewering needles, razor thread spools, and clotting patches. Okay, probably need to do this one as well. Emny's magnificent skin obtained. We need some skin. Might as well use Zygor since we're paying for it. Already 2,000 pieces for 140 gold each. Wow, that was quick. Where's this dungeon queue? 18 minutes we've been in this queue now, and it claims there's an average of 2 minutes. That number is totally wackadoodle. Has anybody tested out the abominations in much detail? Because there's like different ones you can get, right? I genuinely should have tested this more on the beta, but I didn't. But can't you get, there's one that like is a pocket healer, there's like a mini tank, there's a vendor dude, if I remember right. There's another spool thread, some more clotting patches. Oh, you've got one of the... Yoink, I'll have that. Thank you very much. $15 of 30. We need a load of these. Maybe we should just do hunter things and pull everything in sight and hope that we don't die. We just pop off and kill things. It should be easy, right? It's all about taking risks. Oh. Ah. I forgot I changed my keybinds again. That was easier. Hang on, skewering needles. We've not found any of these yet. How do we get those? Is that an item on the map? In your honest opinion, do you think the base legendaries will recover in price to cost to craft in a... my honest opinion is that those that play the game now and get ahead, this is arguably... We are now... Okay, how do I phrase this? The first week of the game was the worst for legendary crafting that the game... the worst state that it will ever be in, because nobody needed legendaries. This week, the only legendaries that in theory should have been in demand. I know people sold rank 2s, 3s and 4s, but realistically the only demand should be rank 1s this week, because that's all people could use. Next week though, things should potentially start looking a little bit brighter. Because only as of next week is there going to be any barrier to entry to crafting legendaries. Because rank 1s are always going to be 1 gold above crafting cost at best. Because anybody can pick up their profession, open their profession guide and click create. That's literally the only barrier to entry, is getting the goddamn recipes in the first place. But for rank 2s, 3s and very much so 4s, you are going to have put in a reasonable shift on the profession in the first place just to be able to craft that item, which hopefully will lead to there being a little bit more profit in it for those that do make that effort. Now long term, I still believe that it'll only really be rank 1s and rank 4s that will have any success, because you'll find there's one of two types of people. When somebody finds a legendary power that they decide that they want to use, they're either going to go to the auction house and buy a rank 1 simply because it's cheapest, or if they've got the Soul Ash available and they know they really do actually want to use that legendary, they might stump up for a rank 4 straight away because it's the best. People will want the cheapest or they'll want the best. There's going to be very little demand long term for rank 2s and 3s. But it's rank 4s especially, because when you think about it, nobody, even the people that unlock rank 4, have any incentive of crafting more than 1 at a time. So rank 4s especially should always be profitable, because you've got no reason to craft more than 1 of them. The problem we have right now is that people are being somewhat forced, or they feel forced, into crafting 15 of the same legendary. And then all they're trying to do is sell 15 of that exact legendary, which is not a good place. Not a good place. Where are we going, boys? What's going on here? Why are we trying to skip things? And why am I accidentally aggroing things because we're doing stupid skips? If the tank dies here, it's definitely his fault. Even though I ninja pulled. And the entire system plays into the hands of goblins that play it long term. Because in the long term, the people that stick with it and the people that decide to actually, continuously craft and do actually sell in a fashion that makes them some gold whilst they do it, are likely to be the people that will end up unlocking rank 3s and rank 4s, and then they'll have some success, you would hope, selling those items. Spoken like a true hunter. Yeah, if the tank dies, it's his fault because I ninja pulled. Yep. But he shouldn't have been skipping like a moron. He created the problem himself. I just aided in the problem. People are trying to get that quick gold, like you mentioned earlier, but instead of playing the long game and keep it, yeah. People saw legendaries as like Dark Moon cards rank 2, like 2.0. They saw it as oh, this is another opportunity to make 5 million gold in a day. When in reality, it never was. I said before the game ever came out, even, that rank 1s were never going to sell profitably. The trick is to get past rank 1 without bankrupting yourself. Because once you get past rank 1, you instantly give yourself the advantage of being in a more elite group of people. There'll be far less people that will be able to actually craft rank 2s, rank 3s, rank 4s, and so on. Why does everybody run here and pick up these herbs? What do they do? Are they just buffs? Stamina buff? Is that why? Okay. But you got to have a herbalist to get in here. Oh, I see. Strength, agility, intellect. Okay, that one. I'm with you. Gotta have sweet mushrooms. Mushrooms. Magic mushrooms. Oh, you need to be Night Fae to get in. Oh, okay. Oh, there'll always be plenty of Night Fae kicking about. Tailoring is my most profitable, but not from crafting. What, from just like literally gathering bajillions amount of cloth and then vendor shuffling? Right, kill the big dude. Oh, we're off. I wasn't paying attention. There's a surprise. Vendor shuffling is gone, I thought. Oh, it is. But those who were actively doing it before it was nerfed made a lot. Made a lot of easy gold. Right, this dude better drop me my legendary power this time. When will people start buying rank 2s? Well, in the NA, because you get your reset earlier, the likelihood is you're already starting to see at least some people buying them in preparation for next week, but it's after the next reset where we should realistically start seeing them selling on a more regular basis. Because people will actually be able to take them to the rune carver and do something with them. Right now, most people can't actually use them even if they want to. But as we've seen, that doesn't necessarily hinder sales. Come on, give me my legendary power, please. Come on, this is like the 5th time I've run this dungeon. Come on. Oh, I got a piece of gear though. Indestructible piece of gear. Well, it's I'll take it. Incoming 2 hunters leaving the group. 3rd, possibly. The tank and healer are not going to know what's hit them. Three pieces of leather level 2 on my server is tempting to power level myself. Yeah, it is very tempting. Although I'm in 2 minds of what to do myself. Even I especially with leatherworking, where I know there is so many item slots that I can theoretically continue this craft one, sell one, craft one, sell one kind of system, and still slowly but surely level stuff up. But I'm already aware of that. Even me, somebody who plays the game pretty actively, let's be honest. I mean, just last week alone, I think I streamed the game about 60 hours. So it's even somebody like me who plays it pretty actively. If I'm struggling to keep ahead of the curve in terms of unlocking rank 2s, I imagine most people haven't unlocked any rank 2s yet, in relative terms to how many people are actually crafting. Right, where are these skewering needles? What is a skewering needle? That feels like it's probably an item I just need to pick up, right? But I can't see anything. Would be nice if materials and items retained their usefulness for a duration that's appropriate for the expansion. Oh, that's more than wishful thinking. Absolutely more than wishful thinking. I can't see anybody with a question mark above their head. None of the dudes seem to indicate that they dropped them. The zone to pick them up in. Search the tables for skewering needles. Ah, I see one. It is an item I have to pick up. It's because I've got stupid outline mode on again somehow. I keep turning that off. Why does it keep turning itself back on? I want things to be twinkly. None of this outline mode rubbish. Right, so that's 1 of 3. And there's another one over there. I can see it. If there was a way to reset the market on a semi-regular basis, it would make the game a little bit more fun and enjoyable. How do you mean, like, reset the market? Like, literally just delete everything, start again kind of reset? Or a reset as we know as normally being just buy out a bunch of stuff and make it more expensive? Instead of getting anxiety watching the prices of materials that I farmed for 2 hours tank? Oh, okay, now I see what you mean. The easy answer to that is don't sit and watch it. Get back out there and do some more farming and just genuinely don't worry about it. Just enjoy the big bag of gold you get to come back to. One more needle, there's one over there. That should be number 3. Go fish, that's great gold right now. Not gonna lie, it's probably pretty good to be honest. Some of the zone specific fish for sure are probably pretty valuable right now. I'm almost wondering if I should take a day or two outside of the legendary crafting game to focus on like a few other like farming spots and that sort of thing. Because I'm becoming more and more aware that outside of my advice on the legendary crafting, I'm very quickly slipping behind as I feel when it comes to like where materials come from, how many of them, you know. I almost need to do some farming just to keep my own personal knowledge up to speed with them. That's how I feel at least. I know long term that's kind of dumb because nobody can do everything in this game, but I kind of feel like I can or want to. Did I queue for a dungeon? Oh my god, I didn't even queue for the dungeon. I knew I forgot something. No, not random one, specific one. Leave queue. That one. Go. Foundo's key. This is where we get the skin. Yoink. Go to Huntard jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 gold. Get the assembly lab operational. Right, before I do that, I need to go grab a drink. Give me 2 minutes. Right, did we miss the dungeon queue? Better not have done. 30-minute average wait time. Look, I'm telling you, there's conspiracy here, right? There's definitely a conspiracy here. Every time I queue for this dungeon, that timer goes up further and further. I really hope for you that's coffee, not at 11 o'clock at night. No. Coffee at 11 o'clock at night would be a terrible decision. The FBI is pushing back the timer. Yeah, I think they're on to me. Is there an easy way with TSM to scan all base legendary groups and check what I'm missing so I can recraft? Not with TSM, no. Recrafting is going to become a real annoyance unless I can find a solution to that. I already feel your pain. Restocking legendaries is a pain in the ass. And that's with only unlocking a couple of rank 2s. Hopefully there will be a solution long term that TSM come up with. Otherwise, we might have to look to find other add-ons to do it for us. Depends what bedtime is. Well, that's half a litre of espresso. Dude, your eyes are going to fall out if you drink that. TSM never fixing it is the best thing we can hope for as goblins. When the when the add-on that goblins use, yeah, when the barrier to entry to goblinry is hoping that they're at least somewhat of a goblin so they know to install an add-on to help them with goblinry. Yet the real goblins are goblining away by hoping that the not-so-goblinry goblins are using the goblin add-on in an ungoblinry fashion. How about that? Is that what we're saying? Actually true, picking up so many rank 2 to rank 4 items at rank 1 prices. Yeah, because people have got the TSM groups wrong. Almost guaranteed. You lost me at Goblin. What are we meant to be doing here? Something. What's this all about? Add creatures in targeted area to the list to be killed. Kill them then. Yo! If I notice somebody transferring to my server and start selling higher legendaries, should I be watching them closely? Probably. I mean, the fact that you notice somebody transfer to your server in the first place is a pretty good observation. Mining or herbalism? Why not both? If you're gonna go out running around picking up stuff, you might as well pick up all of the stuff. Both, in my opinion. They didn't exist the last scan, but were the only one on another server. Oh, interesting. Why would they change server, but then still move to a server that's got the same auction house? That doesn't make sense. Unless I misunderstood what you said, which is equally very probable. Why do I have to kill 57? That seems like a very odd number of things to have to kill for a quest. Not to mention, does it seem like a very large number for a quest? Our market has 12 torments and 100 rebirth total. We are squeezed and can't post many rank 4s. They come in with a lot of essences and might cause trouble. That's true. Oh dear, pet's dying. Hang on. Please hold. There we go. Is there anything else I'm meant to be picking up while I do this? Imprisoned souls freed. Hang on, hang on. Who be this? Imprisoned souls. Well, one thing at a time. Is anyone's heavy callous hide above 1.5k gold? I picked up some heavy callous hide for less than 1,000 gold earlier. And that's the first time that's happened in a long time. Yardmaster killed. Let's kill him then. I'm not entirely sure if it's still the knock-on effect of weekend prices and people trying to sell out on what they farmed up, or exactly what's going on. But I was very surprised to see it quite so cheap as that. Especially with all of the leather workers buying materials like crazy people right now. Or maybe they're not. Maybe it is a knock-on effect additionally of people just not buying as many materials to craft legendaries right now because they've already got 15 of them that they can't sell. That's also probable, I suppose. Belch organs. Ew. Are these things going to pop if I don't kill them soon enough? They probably are, aren't they? There we go. 2.1k on Rexar. See, that's the kind of prices I sort of expected. Did notice leather and ore dipped seriously for me. I'm kind of hoping it's just a knock-on effect from the weekend, because most people, it's the second weekend of the expansion. We still haven't got the raid, we still haven't got Mythic Plus. Most people's preferred gameplay method right now is still not available. I'm hoping it's just, and on top of the fact that 2x4s seem to have been nerfed a little bit, mainly because the vendor shuffles equally got nerfed. I'm kind of just thinking it's a knock-on effect of lots of people having nothing to do, and so doing some farming. Is it too late to start selling Legos? Do your research would definitely be my advice. Like what Steven's just said, like take a glance at some of the. If you're going to pick a profession, take a glance at the crafted items for that profession and see how much competition there's going to be in it already, and then see if you're willing to compete with that. It's very difficult for anybody to advise like whether it's worth it or not, because every server's different. Some servers might have lots of people crafting the chest but nobody selling the legs. Some servers may be completely the other way around. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, make sure you do a bit of research before you spend At the very least, do some research before you craft 15 rank 1s and then realise you can't sell them. Because doing that is not only hurting your own bank balance, you're also pissing off a lot of other people on your server when you do that. Do we need to kill this dude? I guess we do. I've just tagged him. I keep pressing the wrong keybind. I've got my keybind set up already for when I get this legendary power. Even before I've got the soul dust, soul ash to even craft the goddamn thing. But I haven't got the legendary power yet, so that's my next issue. I don't actually think I need to kill this dude yet. This is a mistake. This is a quest dude, but I don't have the quest related to him. Oops. Oh well, we'll come back and kill him another time then. We still need 5 imprisoned souls from around here somewhere. Do we go further down, do we think? I don't think we do. Here's one more. Hey up, chest in the cage, vault chain pull. Yeah, you can see I've got my tar trap flare macro set up already for when I get this ability, but I haven't actually got it yet. How's our dungeon queue looking? Average wait time 5 minutes now. The game's got no idea what's going on. Go home, timer, you're drunk. Are you normaling or doing a heroic? Normal for now, because you can repeatedly do more normal. You can only do the heroic once a day. That thing almost killed me. How was that even? God, I really need some better gear than this. Didn't they remove the daily heroic lock? Only for random queue. I think they removed the heroic daily lock. Oh. Well, I can't queue for individual heroics anyway. I've genuinely not even got the item level. I'm that much of a scrub. So. You can do heroic as much as you want. It's only the mythic that's time gated at all now. Oh well, there we go. That literally shows you how much I spend outside of making gold. I genuinely didn't even know that was a thing. Equip some of your crafted gear. Hey, that would almost be sensible, that wouldn't it? Crafted gear is only 151 though. That's unlikely to help me out all that much. Pretty sure the drop rate is higher on Lego. Yeah, me too. I'm also aware that it's better the higher the difficulty. It's fine. I'll get it eventually. Wore the white legendary to get into heroics. That would also probably be smart. 47. 10 more things. 9 more things. Can't afford gear. Goblin got a goblin. Yeah, I don't. It's not like I make all these millions of gold to actually spend it on gear. God damn. How crazy would that be? Right, these ones, and then we should get our next. Oh, dungeon queue. There we go. Perfect timing. Right, who's our tank? Focus on the tank. Where's he going? We got a Night Fae to do a skip. Nice. Let's see if I can avoid ninja pulling this time. Boom! Top DPS. Because I'm just that good. Oh no, stupid shaman. Oh, ninja pulls. Wasn't me this time, swear. Genuinely wasn't me this time. Luckily, my legendary power is on the first boss of a dungeon and not the last. Although, it wouldn't surprise me if Blizzard start moving around which bosses things drop off, because I imagine there's a lot of players that just like what I'm doing. But I'm aware that I'm not a tank or a healer, so it's. I mean, you can replace a DPS in about 3.5 seconds in this game. But I imagine there's a lot of tanks that are just like queuing for a dungeon, killing the boss that they need, killing the first boss if it's the first boss that drops the legendary, and then piecing out of there. I imagine that's very much annoying a lot of people in groups right now. True Goblin suffers through a dungeon at item level 130 rather than spending 10 gold on an item level 161 equipment. Yeah, too right. Not wasting that gold. Hard earned gold right there. Hard earned. That 10 gold I could invest into making 20 gold. Think about it. Waste it on gear. That's what everybody else does. That's why everybody else has no gold, because they waste it all on gear. Always thinking. Time warp and everything. Alright, fine. Let's pop off. Plebs can tank for me, spend their gold, such Darwins. Are we just going to nuke the boss, or are we going to kill the ad again? I think we're killing the ad again. Arnold, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Come on, this time. This time. This time. I feel it. I feel it. Stupid game. Hey, I tried. I tried. Oh, queue for the dungeon. One more dungeon. One more dungeon and I'm done. One more dungeon. That's famous last words, that is, isn't it? That's like literally the gamer motto. Just one more. Meet up with Rathan and Emily at Butcher's Block. It's over here, right? No, where is it? It's miles away. Oh, to have a flight whistle. It might even be quicker just to hearth back to Oribos and fly back, you know, than it is to try and navigate our way through all of this chaos. Especially since I can't remember the route. Let's see. See if we can figure it out. Oh dear, that wasn't sensible. I feel I'm running further and further into a world of hurt here. How do we get out of here? Let's go this way. Up there looked like a possibility. Is that wall too steep to climb? No, that looks like a path. Nice. Is there any underrepresented profession on the market? Not really. Not really. I mean, in some regards, yes. But it's mainly because people just haven't switched their focus to them yet. Alchemy, for example, cooking, for example. Most people don't think about this sort of stuff until it's too late. And too late is basically next reset because of the raid coming out. The raid and Mythic Plus will bring a large demand for alchemists to be making potions and flasks and that sort of stuff. So you could argue that alchemy is kind of underrepresented in comparison to the 7 million scribes that are probably on your server. But underrepresented doesn't necessarily correlate into more profitable. So, and if you want to go really underrepresented, you'd probably go with like first aid or archaeology or something. Right, while we're flying, we've completely even logged out on our bank character. That's how much time we've spent out in the real world. We've logged out on our bank character. That's unacceptable. Wow, we literally haven't sold anything for an hour. I guess it's time to run a cancel scan then. Jesus. Call yourself a gold maker. Not sold anything in the last hour. Goddamn undercuts. Literally made less than 500,000 gold in revenue today. It's been a slow day. Been a slow day. I mean, if it's less than 500,000 gold in revenue, the profit on that is probably not great at all. Although we sold a lot of missives earlier. We flipped a lot of missives today. That's done some work for us, that's for sure. Is there anything interesting going on with the missives right now? Haste. We've only got 3 haste ones left. So we'll wait. We'll let these go down in price a little bit then. 62. That's just too much to do anything interesting with. Mastery. We've still got a lot of mastery ones. We need to get these in first in the queue. Outside of that though, ooh. Do we think it's about time for a cheeky flip on the masteries? If it wasn't so many at the top here, it wasn't 30k's worth right here, because that's still a 100k investment, isn't it, just to flip this? 200k investment. Yeah, too spicy right now. Too spicy. Still got 70 of those masteries. I was really hoping I could have sold some more of those. But as soon as you take your eye off the auction house, you tend to get undercut almost instantly. See if there's anything interesting going on with materials. Leystrite ore went down to less than... My god, a lithium ore is 105 gold. Are you kidding me? Why is a lithium 105 gold? Oh, because it's really not. That's why. It's actually 125 gold. See? Turn our attention back to the auction house and you sell things. Umberhide shoulders. Umberhide shoulders, rank 1. Umberhide shoulders, rank 1. Ooh! Do we just craft 3 of these and make a rank 2 as well? What's the rank 2 Umberhide shoulders going for? Umberhide pauldrons. Lots of 190s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different names already at 210. 8 different people ahead of the game, but not a single person has got past 210. Now I'm very aware that this dude is a goblin, this dude is a goblin, this dude is a goblin, but the other guys, not so much. So there's definitely some goblins in this, but at 36,000 gold, Umberhide pauldrons are pretty tasty. Umberhide is leather, right? Umberhide pauldrons, rank 2s. It's about 7k profit in that. Rank 1s are costing me somewhere around 20k to make. And I'm genuinely selling them cheap. In a sense, we're just a friendly neighbourhood auction house janitor. If there's some stragglers lying about too cheap, we scoop it up and make it tidy again. Yeah, that's very true. Missives popping off. Get to the front of the queue and stuff happens. Actually, there's more profit in these than I'm giving it credit for, because I've been buying my heavy callous hide for 1100 gold, which has been making 2200 gold on my enchanted, which is actually making a big difference. That's why I'm selling rank 1s at 15k, because I'm actually still making good profit on those. And so that then takes a rank 2 down to only 16k. That's popping off. Right, we're going to make the move to rank 2 then, because I feel that it'll be worthwhile. So we want to wait. We want to make, what's it, 1, 2, 3 of these, and then 1 of the rank 2s. Boom, rank 2 unlocked. And then we're going to make a rank 2 as well. Kaching. Kaching. I think you put 1100 for the enchanted leather. Oh, alright, whatever. 2200. Still 15k. Still loads of profit. Still loads of profit. And the fact Desolate hide has actually gone down to like 20 gold a piece. Not that that really makes any difference. And Desolate leather's 2 gold a piece. Let's not mess about. let's talk about real prices. Right, we need to get those mailed off. Oh, convenient mailbox. How about that? We also need to remember to put the 2 10s in their own group. Oh, hang on. We've got to get them from the mailbox first. Groups. Leatherworking. Leather tier 2 Umberhide pauldrons. Add new group. Rank 2. Operation. Override operation. Leatherworking. Rank 2 tier 2. Go. You mistyped your enchanted leather. Oh, I see. Yeah, I worked that out now. Thank you. The spreadsheet doesn't really make too much difference. I update that every morning anyway. Or every time I restock, I usually update it, so. What I should probably check is that my enchanted heavy callous hide 2200. Yep, it's fine. It's updated in game. I go for 1 hour and somebody touched my auction house. Yeah, get off my auction house. Hands off. Cool. Let's see if we can get some more of those then sold today. Whoa, there's a lot of stuff that's not being listed. Has somebody just decided that they're going to have a special moment? And let's just check the armor classes very quickly. Let's check plate. Let's do by name. 190, 210, 225, 190, 210, 190, 210, 225, 190, 210, 225. How have I not got... I'm not selling rank 1 Shadowghast Greaves. Do I just not have any? Oh, they're ludicrously cheap. That's why they're down to 6,700 gold. I'm not going to sell them for any less than 72.25. Yeah, that's why I'm not selling rank 1s anymore. Screw that for a laugh. I'll stick to rank 2s and rank 3s. Umberhide pauldrons were the easiest for me to rank up. So many sold. Got them to rank 3 just before tier 2 became a loss of 7k after crafting cost. Good timing then. Even some people have got 235 Shadowghast Greaves. And at 90k, that's very juicy, and there's only 3 people that are doing that. I'm wondering how far I am off on my blacksmith as to whether I should probably push that. Let's get inside quickly. I meant to... Let's check on my... Oh, also let's just check what's sold. What's sold? Heavy callous hide, that's fine. I need to remember that I'm on camera. I can't slump in my seat. Otherwise you see about this much of my head. But I end up by the end of the evening playing like this. And it's just like, This is when I know I'm really tired and need to go to bed. When I'm right down here. Maintain good posture. Shadowgast Greaves. Oh, we're actually a good way off rank 4 though. We are a good way off rank 4. Okay, well that's not happening anytime soon then. Well, it might do, but it's not happening now. It's interesting to see at least 3 people have got to rank 4 on my server already. Shadowgast Helm. Nice and cheap. Few people have got up to 210. Even less people have got to 225. And only one Donny's got to 235 on the Shadowgast Helm. What are we doing for the Helm? We've got rank 2. We're here. Yeah. You always need to keep you want to kind of keep one ahead of what's going on. That's where the profit's in what's not really not really available right now. Pauldron's at 190, then at 210. That's interesting. Nobody's got the shoulders to any more than 210. That's surely just got to be a mistake, right? 31 people are posting 190s. 28 people are posting 210s, but nobody's posting 225s or 235s in the shoulders. Now I've even unlocked rank 2 in these, which means they must be selling. I have the mats to push to rank 4, but I feel I should offload my 1s and 2s first. Simply holding on to that many materials is kind of dangerous right now with the prices doing weird and wonderful things. This is why I'm actually resorting to just holding some enchanted Elysium bars, but actually also choosing to sell them at the same time. Just so I don't sit on a load of stock that could potentially like devalue massively overnight. Prices are so volatile at the moment. I know that doesn't really help your case in deciding what you want to do, but it's something to consider. Is this Ronald Jenkins? It's not Ronald Jenkins, no. But it does sound very similar. Sabatons, some people have got all the way up to 235 and a whole... See, this is an example of something I wouldn't bother with. I don't know if the plate boots are really popular or not from a buying point of view, but the fact that nearly 50 people have the 190s listed, or there are 50 available at 190, 10 available at 210, 6 available at 225, and 4 available at 235... gives me a real good indication that that's a market I don't want to be in. Just even right now, there's way too much competition at the top of the tree. The ones I would like to be in right now, I think, the Helm potentially looks like a good one. There's only 3 people at 225 and above. Interestingly, the reason I'm checking through this interface is because it lists them all separately, and it's very quick and easy to see if somebody's posted something at the wrong price. It's very weird to see that the shoulders, nobody's posted rank 3. That confuses me. Are you sure it's 3 people and not just one person selling 3? Well, that's kind of also another option. I mean, when you look through this way, of course you can see who's selling it as well, which is kind of helpful, but I don't find the TSM interface quite as intuitive to use. Literally not a single person posting arm guards at 210. Yet this dude is obviously got it because he's decided to craft like a bajillion of them. That's more than 15. What's this guy on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Why the hell would anybody craft 22? And more to the point, why would anybody then post 22? That's bonkers. But it is an 11k investment to buy him out. Not 11k, sorry, like 111k. I call that the accidental craft all button. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Someone failing with, yeah. Arm guards. Nobody at rank 2 for arm guards. I mean, that would make sense. I've only sold 3 of them so far. But I have sold some. Bonkers is a polite term. Yeah, bonkers is the polite term for that. We have a different name for people that do that, but I mean, I in theory could push. Well, the problem is I could in theory push to rank 2, but at least David Goggins here for sure has the ability to craft rank 2 arm guards, even though he's probably run out of materials and regrets his decision in life. Maybe nobody else has got rank 2s. Maybe I could have a monopoly on rank 2s for arm guards. That's odd. Hang on. Something's up with this. Something's up with this. Why is this only showing me 190s? This isn't... Oh, it's not only showing me one... Hang on. Hang on. Surely, no... Surely that's not all of the breastplates. There we go. I knew something was fishy about that search. Why is this doing that then? Why is it not showing me any of the higher ranks? Oh, because I haven't crafted them and they're not in the groups. Oh, that's dumb. So no, I probably don't have a monopoly on arm guards. Because if I actually search just for arm guards rather than searching for the group, there you go. This is why I was using the default UI, not the TSM one. It's very easy to accidentally not see a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, there we go. I could have made a terrible life decision and all then, couldn't I? Since this dude, for starters, has got like 1 billion ranked. This dude's gone all the way, look. He's got to 225. And is... Because, of course, posting 5 of them is sensible. Why would you be the only person with 225s and literally only post them for what has got to be Shadowgast Arm Guards. Why would you post those at 30k? I don't get it. Shadowgast Arm Guards. Rank 3. It maybe costs him 15k. And he's posting 5 for 30k. Why wouldn't you just post one of these for 100k and just hope, you know? Weird. Weird. Well, I think I've done... I think I can safely say... Oh my god, I sold 23 of those. Hot damn, that was a cheeky 60k. I think it's quite safe to say I've done enough auction housing and World of Warcrafting for today. So I'm going to call it there for the stream, guys. Thank you once again for turning up. Hope you enjoyed. It's been a lot more of a chill, just let's play the game a little bit day to day rather than hardcore, got to make the gold kind of game. We'll be back tomorrow though, back in the morning. Get some rest, get back at it. You going to stream later tonight or no? You forget that this is the night for me. It's now almost midnight for me. So we will stream again in the morning. Yeah, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, enjoy your evening, whatever it may be. And see you next time. Peace. Hit the like button, subscribe button, join me on Patreon, do all the good stuff.